This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here with Baptiste Koch, who is joining us from the Languedoc, from Château Haut-Blanville. How are you today, sir?
Good, thank you.
Now, we have just been tasting through your wines, and your wines do hail from a very interesting part of the world. I'm a huge Languedoc fan, but your wines come from a very special place. Tell me a little bit about the property.
So Château Haut-Blanville is a family wine estate in Languedoc, like you say. We are in the latest cru of Languedoc, named AOP Grés De Montpellier. So about the property, we were established this very year, 20 years ago. So the family Vidourle took over the property in 1997. At first it was more about 20 years ago, like everywhere in the Languedoc, it was more about bulk and volume wine. And since they took over, they had this very Burgundy approach to the wine. So they started buying and planting other parcels at different places around the property. So 20 years ago, the size of the vineyard was 30 hectares of AGP vine around the estate, and now in 2017 we reached the size of 70. So we doubled the size, and we cover now 3 appellations: AGP Languedoc, AOP Languedoc, and on top of that, the terroir AOP Grés De Montpellier.
Now, you actually have quite an array of grapes that you grow there. Please tell us a bit about the varietals that you have at the chateau.
So we grow all up to 10, even 15 different grapes.
Okay.
So it goes from the around the castle we have the Chardonnay, the Cinsault, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Grey Grenache. And then this is the terroir around the castle, around Blanville, so more on the lowland. And then we expanded the vineyard to the upland, to the appellation Grés De Montpellier, like I said. And there we planted as a white, and we planted all by parcel of white Grenache, Roussanne, Marsanne for the white mostly, also Viognier, and for the red, the foremost well-known grape in our area, which are mostly Syrah, Grenache Noir, Mourvèdre, and Carignan.
And Cinsault.
And Cinsault, yeah, but Cinsault is both in the lowland but also planted in the upland of the terroir.
All right. Now, with the Montpellier appellation, Grés De Montpellier, can you tell me a little bit about the rules and regulations around that new appellation?
Yeah, absolutely. So AOP Grés De Montpellier is the latest cru of Languedoc. So it is located within the AOP Languedoc, around the city named Montpellier. So the main rules of this appellation are: first, it is allowed only for the red wine. So you cannot make a white or
under that
rosé under this appellation. And it was the parcel were chosen according to the terroir. So we have a very different type of soil. So we can find in the Grés De Montpellier appellation limestone and clay.
Okay.
We can find big rock, we can find pebbles, we can also find bauxite. So plus the exposure must be, the parcel must be oriented to the Mediterranean Sea. So that way we get some freshness and some saltiness from the sea breeze. And what else? I'll say also, so the yield has to be lower than it is in the rest of the appellation from Languedoc. So when we have this red, the red of the appellation Grés De Montpellier are usually full body red, but the combination of this low yield with the terroir, so the type of soil and the sea exposure, give us the chance to have big red, but which are very fresh, and they also got a very good minerality.
What are the stipulations with regards to the blend?
The blend, it must be with the 4 grapes that I mentioned earlier. So Syrah, Grenache Noir, Carignan, and Mourvèdre, and it must be dominated by 1 grape, so Syrah, for at least 60%. But us, I mean at Blanville, most of our AOP Grés De Montpellier are made of at least 80% Syrah, because it's the grape that we like have the best understanding, I would say, and we find very interesting to have this very grape, so the Syrah, planted over this type of soil and into this appellation of Grés De Montpellier.
You also have one Syrah from this appellation that is 100% Syrah.
Yeah, so that's the funny story. It's also at Blanville. We are now in Languedoc to make this what we call single parcel wine. So single parcel wine is quite well known in Burgundy. It is even more uncommon in Languedoc. So since now the beginning, Bernard has been like finding new terroir in the appellation.
This is Bernard, the owner of
Bernard
yes,
Hérault.
yeah.
He's a huge fan of terroir wine. So that's why we ended making Grés De Montpellier as a single parcel wine, such as the cuvée that you tasted earlier, named after the parcel 1955, which was the year when this very plot was at first planted.
They were delicious wines, I have to say. Thank you very much for sharing them with us today, and thank you very much for joining us at Good Food Revolution.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.